Hello ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Analyst at GDMFX with today's outlook. Starting first with the Asian stocks, all of them fell as investors await the European Central Bank's tightening of the terms of Greece's bailout. China's stocks index futures climbed, however, after the government cut bank reserves ratios for the first time since 2012. The Asia Pacific Index fell 0.2% to 141.61 as of this morning. The ECB happened pressure on Greece's new government by restricting access to direct liquidity lines, citing, of course, concerns about the country's commitment to existing bailout pledges. China reduced the amount of cash banks must set aside as reserves by 50 basis points, joining more than a dozen global counterparts in easing monetary policy this year to boost growth. The yen at the moment is slightly changed versus the US dollar at 117.30. In Australia, the local currency over there is also unchanged versus the US dollar at 0.7787. However, the Kiwi is retracing higher and is at 0.7382 at the moment. Moving to Europe over there, the euro currency steadied slightly today after sliding the previous day when, of course, the European Central Bank said it will no longer accept Greek bonds as collateral for liquidity operations. The ECB's announcement dealt a blow to Athens, which is, of course, seeking debt relief from the Eurozone lenders, knocking the euro to 1.1304 earlier on yesterday's trading session. At the moment, the euro is at 1.1370 against the dollar, inching a little bit higher. In the commodity sector, we're looking at gold. It rose for a second session yesterday, supported by uncertainty in Greece. That, of course, has cut investors' interest in riskier assets and China's effort to spur its slowing economy. The metal was largely trading in a narrow range ahead of Friday's U.S. unemployment data that, of course, may provide more clues on when U.S. interest rates would rise this year, the first hike in nearly a decade. Investors are more focused right now on the next U.S. non-farm payrolls data, which is, of course, coming out tomorrow, as it is forecast for a 230,000 increase in U.S. jobs in January, slowing slightly from 252,000 in December, but still robust. Right now, the precious metal is traded $6 lower since the opening of today's session at $1266.80. Looking at oil, West Texas Intermediate fell on yesterday's session by 8.2% after a 4-day rally on increasing stockpiles, which of course were reported by the Energy Information Administration. Further declines are expected today, and the most important news in the economic calendar for today, we will see a little bit in an hour time, economic forecasts from the European Commission. Also, later today, Bank of England's interest rate decision, which is expected to be unchanged, coming out at noon. And of course, just before U.S. market opens, challenging job cuts and initial jobs claims at 12:30 and 13:30 respectively. That's all from me for today. Thanks a lot for watching us. Keep in touch. Bye-bye.